Good morning, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, November 2nd, 2012. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Chelsea Sapolia. For today's headlines, a look at Tarleton State University's top October campus crimes, the West End Cemetery to host the 5th annual Spirits Walk event, U.S. soldier guilty of murder for hire case, the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, media blackout as Bush speaks in Cayman Islands, the Country Music Awards recap, a recap of the San Diego-Kansas City game, a preview of the Tarleton-North Alabama game, and the weekend weather report. In campus news, according to the Tarleton State Police Department, 29 crimes were committed on campus in the month of October. The offense with the highest number reported was criminal mischief, with 7 reported incidents. The second highest type of offense was trespassing, with 4 reported incidents. The third highest reported crime was assaults, with 3 reported incidents. Most of the incidents that were reported for the month took place in Texan Village, Legacy Hall, the Dining Hall, Venture Apartments, and various parking lots. The main parking lots that had the most reported crimes were the lots located near Legacy, Legends, and Centennial Halls, and Texan Village. For more information on campus crimes or the services the campus police offer to help prevent crimes, go to the Tarleton State University Police Department's page on the Tarleton website. In local news, the West End Cemetery is hosting the 5th annual Spirits of Erath County Cemetery Walk this Sunday. Kate Barton, who does community service with the Stephenville Public Library, says the event is a joint fundraiser for the Friends of the Dick Smith Library and Friends of the Stephenville Public Library. This is the 5th year that this event has been put on, and most of the cast are all volunteers of the local community. The Tarleton Theater Group and some of the members of the brass ensemble of TSU will be in attendance. According to Lori LaRue, the operations manager of the theater department, said their job will be to play the role of the turn-of-the-century band. LaRue also pointed out that the theater group will be supplying the actors with costumes and props that will be used to add a realistic touch to this celebration of the spirits of Erath County. Some of the namesakes of Stephenville streets are John Tarleton, George B. Erath, H.G. Harry McElhaney, and Dick Long and Ora Dick Long Jennings. The event will be Sunday at 2 p.m. at the West End Cemetery on South Lillian and West Washington Street. Admission is $5. For more information, contact the Dick Smith Library at TSU or the Stephenville Public Library. In state news, according to the Associated Press, 29-year-old Samuel Walker is found guilty of murder for hire yesterday in Laredo, Texas. Walker thought he was talking with the Mexican cartel boss when he agreed to kill a man, supposedly, who stole cocaine. Walker was also required to recover the drugs in return for drugs and money. The cartel boss was actually a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration agent. Walker faces up to 10 years for the murder for hire charge and 5 years to life for weapons charge. U.S. District Judge George Kazan has not yet decided on a sentence date. And now today's national and international news from the Associated Press. In national news, the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy has left statisticians and government officials beside themselves. As of Thursday, Sandy left a line of destruction that started from Virginia and worked its way as far north as Maine. The AP is reporting that 19 states were affected by the storm, but only states like Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, and West Virginia experienced the worst of Sandy. Fronts from the Gulf and Canada that caused the storm also caused snowfall in Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. As of now, there are 98 reported deaths, power outages to over 4.5 million homes and businesses, long lines at gas stations due to a lack of electricity, and initial estimates of $30 to $50 billion in damages. In international news, organizers of an event conference held in the Cayman Islands last night say they have been forbidden from disclosing any information about a speech given by former President George W. Bush on Thursday, a spokesman said. Bush gave the keynote speech at the conference, and the speech was totally closed to all journalists. Conference organizers have been forbidden from discussing any matter of the event, even in general terms. Dan Neep, a spokesman for the conference, said, "We've got a complete blackout on discussing the Bush details. These restrictions were put in place by the Bush's staff and that it was completely their decision." Sponsors of the conference include KPMG, a company that provides tax advisory services, and Deutsche Bank. The two-day event cost $4,000 to attend, and other speakers included billionaire Richard Branson. Cayman Island officials say the British territory is proud to be an offshore finance center. Members of U.S. Congress and advocates for tax reform have accused corporations and wealthy individuals of using financial havens to improperly avoid taxes. In entertainment news, according to the Associated Press, the Country Music Awards aired last night, and just in case you missed it, here are the award winners of the night. The coveted title of Entertainer of the Year was awarded to singer Blake Shelton. The Album of the Year went to Eric Church for his album titled Chief. Song of the Year went to Shelton and his wife, Miranda Lambert, for Over You. The Single of the Year went to Little Big Town for their song Pontoon. Male and female vocalists of the year went to Shelton and Lambert, respectively. New Artist of the Year was awarded to newcomer Hunter Hayes. Thompson Square was Vocal Duo of the Year, and Vocal Group of the Year went to Little Big Town. Mac McConnelly and won Musician of the Year. Music Video of the Year went to Toby Keith for his single Red Solo Cup, and finally, the musical event went to Kenny Chesney with his duet with Tim McGraw for Feel Like a Rock Star. Now for sports. According to the Associated Press, the San Diego Chargers beat the Kansas City Chiefs with ease in the 31-13 victory. The Chargers snap a 3-game losing streak while improving to 4-4 on the season. The Chiefs continue to struggle as they lose their 5th game in a row and drop to 1-7 on the season. Phillip Rivers was 18 of 20 for 220 yards with a pair of touchdowns and 1 interception. He posted a career high in completion percentage with 90% completed. This is the 5th highest completion percentage in the NFL history, minimum 20 attempts. The following is attributed to the Tarleton website. The 4-4 Tarleton Texans travel to play the 5-3 North Alabama Lions tomorrow. This game is the Lone Star Conference and Gulf South Conference 1st and 10 challenge. Kickoff is at 3 p.m. at the Braley Municipal Stadium in Florence, Alabama. The game will be streamed live on ESPN3.com network. Now for the weekend weather. According to the Weather Channel, expect a high of 86 and a low of 59. Saturday, expect a high of 81 and a low of 53 with a 10% chance of rain. And Sunday, prepare for a high of 70 and a low of 50 with a 10% chance of rain. Today's broadcast was produced by Travis Allison, Monet Gerald, Houston Hall, and Alyssa Wynn. You can follow us on ustream.tv/user/Texan News Service. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I am Chelsea Sapolio. Tune in Monday for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Have a great weekend.